Resurrection.
And yo, it's time for it, everybody, once again. Sticks or pads, don't matter if you're a foe or a friend. Go and boot that shit up, run the set, first to three. We got pride on the line, looking for that victory. Got the meaties and the anti-airs on lock, the nooch supreme. We got set play like Windex, you'll be saying that we're clean. So without further ado, holler out, let's fucking go. Join us in the barnyard and let's kick off the show.
Don't touch that dial. It's that time once again, so get yourselves comfy. Introducing the dynamic duo, the Boomer and the Zoomer, the hosts who boast the most roast. Ya boys Carnage and Old Maid Barry are here to take you down to the Bahnyard, where the banner is free and the hosts are surprisingly even more free. Take it away, you filthy animals.
What's hip-hoppin' and fucking crackin', you voluptuous sexy cunts? It's your boy, Old Mate Barry, coming at you live once again with another exciting, tantalizing, and hopefully somewhat tolerable and enjoyable episode of The Barnyard. Joining me today is my always lovely and quite skilled at the video game trademark, Carnage. How you doing, my boy?
That was the most, insane intro
I figured I feel like I've been letting the team down with these really just normal intros. I really wanted to go a bit corporate. I wanted to show, Kleenex my range when I go for the sponsorship.
Goodness, yeah, shout out Kleenex sponsoring the stream.
Someone's got to fucking do it, please.
True, we also have a very special guest with us.
An incredibly special guest. A guest who I personally would claim is one of the most versatile motherfuckers in the scene when it comes to fighting the galaxy even.
Yes.
The entire fucking universe.
And he's Victorian, so that's, good points. Victoria boy, let's go.
Yeah, you can't win them all. There's got every main character's got to have a flaw, and unfortunately his is he lives in Victoria. And that man is no other than Agent 17805. But I'm just gonna call you Agent because I'm gonna forget that string of numbers, and then you'll be like, oh, fucking, it's not actually that number, it's that. And I'll feel really bad, and I'll feel embarrassed, and I'll want to go home, even though I am home. How you doing, brother?
Hey, hello everybody, my name is Agent 17805. Well, originally, before I became big with Dragon Ball FighterZ, I was just a casual, video game enjoyer, just like you guys, just playing games and shit. And the first time I realized that, oh shit, there's a fucking video game tournament shit was at 2017 PAX, when my brother-in-law gave me his PAX ticket. So I came in and then I saw Koch Warrior, and then I was like, hey, okay, they have Tekken 7 and they have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Okay, let's play and see how this goes. I got third place in Tekken 7 and I got second place in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and then from then on, oh shit, there's a Dragon Ball FighterZ tournament at BAM. What is this BAM thingy? Okay, I'll just go there, and then got 13th place there, I guess. I think.
Was that the first BAM that it was at? Was that 2018?
Yes, that was the first one. Yeah, the first one that I ever attended. They have the whole cage thing.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Cage, and it was so sick. I was like, ooh, this is so cool. All right.
I remember that was my first BAM as well. I remember walking in the door and there's a big Red Bull fucking UFC cage, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit, bro?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh, are we gonna see people beating each other up UFC style?
If you lose in bracket, yeah. Fucking Conor McGregor comes out and kicks the absolute shit out of you for 5 minutes.
Yeah. The coolest thing was I went there and I saw Tokido, I saw Tasty Steve, I saw that guy from Anime Illuminati. They were actually there. I was like,
Juna, yeah.
Juna, yeah, they were actually there, and I didn't know any of them. I know Tokido, but I didn't know much about the commentators and stuff. And then after that, I was like, "Oh, this is so cool! Those are so, oh my god!"
It's so crazy, when you see him for the first fucking time. Because I remember my this particular moment of excitement has aged like milk in the fucking sun. But OHN 15 was my first major. And I think it was a pro player that I knew of, and I was like, I want to go get a photo with him because he's really fucking popular and shit. And I had my little starstruck moment, and that player's name was Infiltration. So put your
Oh,
Yeah, that was milking the sun, my brother. Milking the fucking sun. But it's that whole thing where it's just like you see these people on like, you know, Twitch, and you see them on like, you know, Twitter posts and at other events, and like you see them in person. You gotta like it's still hard to make that disconnect that they're just normal people, but like your first time going, you're like, holy shit, it's this motherfucker. He does the thing that I like. He says, dude, I wish I could push the buttons as fast as that man. On God.
I went to BAM and I was like, oh, there's Agent! And I shat myself and I had to get escorted out in like a stretcher.
I can top that. I sat down to record an episode of the Bahnyard featuring Carnage 5 at twitch.tv/Carnage 5.
Shout out.
And our guest was Agent 17805, and I am literally shitting my fucking pants now.
Me too. I am defecating my pantaloons.
Dude, I would high five you if I could.
I'm gonna high five the microphone.
I'll high five the microphone.
It just peaked. Yeah, it just peaked. Yeah.
Peak, baby.
Peak.
But yeah. So you mentioned that you were just a casual gamer. Like, so what are we talking here? What are some of your like favorite games? Like, before we get into the real questions, I gotta know this because I wanna dig inside that little fucking cranium of yours, mate. What favorite games are we talking about here as a casual gamer?
Oh my god, I played so many. So that was 2017, 2018, right? Nier Automata, absolutely one of my favorite.
Nice, good choice, base.
Undertale as well. Like, the funny thing was, I didn't, back in 2015, I was like crazy hype for Witcher 3. I was like, oh please, this game has to be here. Come on, I wanna play. And that was back when I was in Indonesia. So I didn't play Undertale when it was out because I didn't know anything about it. So after I was like so happy with the with Witcher 3, I was like, oh shit, there's an Undertale game. I played that game. At the very end, I cried, and that was like one of the best experiences I've ever played in my life.
No, Undertale's fucking fantastic, dude.
It was so good.
Speaking of Undertale, do you want to hear my Sans impression? Can you tell me if it's good?
What's your Sans impression?
So I don't know if my microphone will pick it up, so I'm going to lean into the mic and do it. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Spot on.
Bro, I don't know if we can say that on air, man. You might want to.
No, it's Sans, bro. It's in character of Sans. I'm a method actor. I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Bro, you have literally become Sans. I could not tell the difference. I thought you were saying some
Me too.
Dude, I can't believe that the Barnyard has two guests. Agent 17805 and Sans Undertale from the critically acclaimed indie RPG Undertale.
There's so many other games as well before that. Like, back when the Xbox 360 was out, I played the shit out of Modern Warfare.
Nice.
And that was the dark times, where you have to pay Xbox Live. Where
I remember that.
Play online. I mean, people do that now, but we have evolved since then. We were like, why the hell do we do that? We can just play on PC for free.
Bro, I got such a soft spot for all the old like COD games and shit, dude. I got like There's like an era of time like I got a 13-year-old son. And like he will never get to experience that. So like he's every night he's playing like Fortnite with his mates and shit, and he's playing other games and he's having a really good time. But like he'll never have that like chaotic insanity that was the Modern Warfare 2 Xbox Live lobby system.
Bro, how good was that?
Dude, my mother was referred to as a fucking horse so many goddamn times. Dude, I was just like, man, that whole thing where it's like, if enough people say it, I was starting to get a little bit worried, mate. The consensus was getting pretty wide there. I was gonna be like, calm down, mate. Mama Baz ain't like that. Please, you're hurting my feelings there. Lies and slander. Oh man, but yeah, so casual gaming led into the fighting game sort of aspect of the Agent per se.
Yeah, so casual gaming is basically I play every single game that I can. When I was a kid, I was like playing the action games because I didn't understand English, so I was like just brute forcing my way through English games and also Japanese games.
Oh.
I don't know how I did it. I just play the game. I don't understand a single word, and I just press buttons and I just win, until the very end. It's not until many years later that I look back into the games that I played and realize that half of them are like, wow, this is bad. This is a bad thing.
So
Back then I was like,
it's
"Oh,
dawned
God."
on me by saying that, and this is something that Khan mentioned earlier, and I'm going to steal it so he can't say it.
All right, then fine.
Yep.
No.
Maybe the first bilingual guest we've had here on the Barnyard.
Second
no?
one, sleep mode speaks another language.
Sleep mode, yeah, sleep mode speaks fucking anime moon runes. That doesn't count. I can just turn on the English dub and I'll get the full Orin experience. That doesn't count.
True. But Agent speaks Indonesian because he mentioned before he was in Indonesia, and I know 3 words in Indonesian, so ethnically I am Indonesian. I'm from Jakarta.
What are they? What
Congratulations.
Agent? Would you mind like? Okay, so Khan, we need you to say those words. Agent, out of 10, I need you to judge how well he said them and how well he's pronounced them.
Okay.
Alright, so there's Namasaya Carnage. No, Namasaya twitch.tv/Carnage5, which is my name, is twitch.tv/Carnage5. There's, I believe, Bioscope, which is cinema, and I remember that word because it sounds like Bioshock. There's Park, which means sir, and there's Boo, which means miss. So I could say Park Agent or Park Barry. It's like sir or something.
Yeah.
How did I do? Was my pronunciation
How,
right?
out of 10, how did he do out of 10?
Oh, the pronunciation is good.
Let's go! I'm ethnically from Jakarta!
It's 9.5 out of 10.
Let's go!
Very
Come
good.
on!
Jesus Christ!
Park Sukiman back in high school told me that.
There's a way that we Indonesians say, so if I say it like pak, papa,
Yeah.
and ibu, you see the difference. It's like, oh, and then I can say, oh, nama saya.
Bro,
nama
we
saya
don't need
Agent."
Duolingo. We need Agent.
We need the Barnyard is about learning and growing. Like, you could go to kids out there who are under the age of 18 and unfortunately for some reason tuning in or listening to our backlog, you don't need school. Quit it. It's a waste of your time and your parents' money.
Invest in
Simply
crypto.
listen to the Barnyard. You will learn shit, maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. I'm telling you now. It's kind of crazy. Well, so today's episode title, I believe we will reveal to you now, is peak male performance exported as a PNG, y'all.
And we say that because in the thumbnail right now you can see Agent's PNG tuber. It's what he looks like in real life. I've seen him. He goes to CCH.
He literally looks like a static PNG that like just floats around. It's like those fucking old like Gmod idiot box videos where it's like fucking it's insanity. But going into that though, I'd like to ask a question about the whole VTubing thing, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, I thought of the worst
Yep.
thing I could say.
So, there's a lot more that you could have said that would have been worse.
No,
And-
I thought of something like, I was gonna say Gmod. Isn't that the skibbity toilet game?
Oh no! You,
Just to
no,
piss
know
you
what?
off.
No, I take back what I said. You really did. You
Just
really
to piss
fucking
you
went
off,
there.
yeah.
Now we've got to phantom tax the fucking edges and gooners out there who are rizzing to our fucking podcast instead of watching the Kai Cenat stream. That's fucking. I'm never gonna talk again. So, in regards to VTubing, man, like, what made you decide to, take it on? Like, what about the whole aspect and art of VTubing did really just made you go, I want to give this a fucking crack? And saying that, what advice would you have, to people wanting to start up in VTubing and all that sort of stuff? Let's really crack into that topic, because as as we all know, fucking VTubing and, PNG tubing and all that's becoming a huge thing nowadays.
Yep. Absolutely. Yes. So, okay, here's how I started this whole thing. Like, believe it or not, it wasn't because I didn't start watching VTubing because 2020 was so boring. Okay, let's see what's on in YouTube. No. I was watching Gigug. You know Gigug from
yes.
Yeah, so he made a video, and then he made a couple of videos where one of the characters was Luna, and Luna, the baby princess, VTuber from Hololive, and she's basically teaching the people, Japanese people, how to speak English. The first word she said was kono word wa eat shit and die. That's what I was like. Oh.
Do you got any words in before you go on about the VTubing stuff? Are there any words you can teach us in Indonesian in regards to that?
Do you want the clean? Okay, just let me know.
Give
what
us the
words
most
you want.
unhinged shit you can think of. Give us something insanely unhinged.
Oh my god. Oh my my god. Oh,
Because you're known as a really nice guy, so I'm not gonna put you out as like, hey, can you drop us a slur? But like, give us something insanely like unhinged.
Okay. Okay, oh my god. Well, I can do that. Like, if you wanna hear a bunch of Indonesian languages used as the worst, like, you know, the most swear-filled thing, check out Troublemaker. There's a game called Troublemaker on Steam, which is basically a game where you play as a high school student, and that's like, you know, the dialogue that they have in the game is like full-on Indo childish insult shit.
Oh,
so
nice.
they say it's really like, you know, fuck you motherfucker, kontol lu bangke. Kontol lu bangke.
Kontolo bake.
Kontol lu bangke.
Kontolo bangke.
Oh god, please no. Oh god.
What did you say, Barry? What did you say?
What did I say?
It basically, you know, F you motherfucker.
Oh, that's fine. What kontolo bake? Hey, Khan.
Hello.
Kontolo
You
bake.
sound like a
Kontolo
Japanese
bake, you
person.
too.
That's not how you say the word, but that's okay.
What do you mean?
Yeah, all I can say is just watch the game. Watch the game, hear the people say it, kontol, and...
I'm about to have my
all those, like,
fucking. I'm
really-
about to have my fucking anime villain arc. Konnichiwa 5.
God.
Damn.
Konnichiwa.
Odometo barrio desu.
I will fuck you forever.
I will hook you forever, yes. And, okay. And then after that, and after I see that Luna video, I'm like, oh, this VTubing shit is cool. And then the rabbit hole just gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And I basically watch like the whole life shit ever since then. You know. And what made me decide to, okay, maybe I'll just do VTubing. Maybe this is cool. It wasn't because I was doing it on purpose. When I started streaming back in 2020, when I was so bored because of COVID, I was just, I was just not using an avatar. I was just like showing gameplay with like cool art in the background to like, to make it like flavorful. And it's not until my good pal TP, he basically told me, hey, you know what? I can my girlfriend can draw you a PNG. So you want one? And I'm like, oh hell yeah! And then he gave me my very first PNG, and I still use it till this day as a backup. And then after that, I basically made myself a promise where, okay, if I get 500 follows, I will upgrade the PNG. And I will make it a surprise.
Damn.
And that happened last year. How the hell did I got 500?
That's my
people?
boy. Let's go.
What the fuck? I did not even expect that. I didn't expect like last year that. Oh my god, 500 people!
Well,
following me on Twitch?
well, you're an incredibly endearing person. It doesn't shock me. I've tuned into your streams many a time, and you've got that charisma that people want to like hang around for, and you genuinely like. I think like I've seen some streamers out there who like just sound like they don't want to fucking be there, or I've seen people who like they'll sit there and they'll play. They won't pay attention. They'll just be like, oh yeah, I gotta play. Yeah, play. You're like getting into it, man. You're having a good fucking time.
Yeah. I always want to have a good time when I stream. If I don't stream, that means I'm not feeling good. I'm just not gonna stream, And then when I want to stream, I'll just let's just go in and play this game. Whether it's bad game or a good game, whatever it is, I'm just gonna make it time. I'm just gonna fucking have the time of my life. There you go.
Oh,
and yeah, I
fuck with
understand
that.
you perfectly. I understand you perfectly, Barry. Like, because I learned a lot from watching VTubers and streamers, and I noticed that 80% of people they don't know how to stream properly. They just like play the game and be the most boring motherfucker you will ever see.
That's because it's a confidence thing too. Like it's even with Khan's stream. Khan like genuinely sounds like he's having a good fucking time and he wants to be there. It's like
Thank you.
you genuinely like if you're not having a good time, what's stopping them from simply just watching a playthrough of the game on YouTube?
Exactly.
You have to
Exactly.
You have to offer them incentive to go, why should I watch this motherfucker play this game? What is he gonna offer to the the recipe that I simply can't get elsewhere?
Yeah.
And I've had mates of mine who've tried streaming and they just like they don't cut the cheese. Like it's the most bland, boring mid shit. And it's not a jab at them, it's just they don't have the personality to do it. And some people got it, some people don't. It's just a matter of how, and You are one of those people.
Thank you.
I fucking, you sit there going, how did I get fucking 5? Shut the fuck up, cunt. You know how you got it. You're a good egg. You're a good fucking egg.
Thank you.
You will accept my compliments now.
Low tier Barry.
Well, the thing is, for those of you that don't know, whenever I play a game, and if I feel like the music is like, oh my god, this music is so boring. Like, you know when you play a Souls game and you just hear ambient noises all the goddamn time, there's like no music, I basically just put on my music, and for some reason, like 95% out of 10, the music that I pick fits the action so well, it actually makes the game 100% better.
You know,
I don't know, I cannot explain
there was
it,
a time that you did that. There was actually a time that you did that I was watching you. You were playing, I think it was Gotham. It was Gotham,
Knights.
fuck, what was it? It was Gotham Knights?
Gotham Knights, yeah, when you...
I jumped in and you were like, and
Robins.
you fucking, you knew me well enough. You like fucking started blaring.
I was waiting for you.
You were fucking blaring like
time.
Kamen Rider intros, and I'm like, this motherfucker gets me, man. He
Yeah.
knows.
I was waiting. I was waiting for you, so I was like, oh shit, Barry's here. Holy shit, I was playing this game. No, that's so perfect. So I switched. You know, I perfectly have the Red Hood like black music, and I'm like, oh boy, the music hits my head, and I basically like put that fucking Kamen Rider Black theme music and fucking go to town with it. It's so good.
It was. You could not have. You could not have picked better timing, man. You could not have picked better timing if you fucking tried.
Hell yeah. And I want more people to know that I do that. You know, I do that when I stream every single time. And every single time people watch me and I switch the music, they were like, oh my god, is this music from the game? This is so perfect. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I switched the music.
Bro, how did he know?
That happened one time when I was watching you. I forgot what game it was, but the music came in and I was just like, you had to have planned this. Like, this just fits so well. Just by sheer coincidence.
Oh, I play so many. Which game was it, Karagi? Was it like Lies of P or something?
I can't remember. It was middle of last year, I think. Because I followed you and I was like, oh, it's Hotel Dust sound effects. And you have Katamari stuff. That's really cool. And I forgot what game it was.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but the music kicked in.
I played so many.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And I love how you have the like when as like a sub goal, you'll play like a horrible game and just torture yourself.
Oh my god, yes. It's still going on right now, by the way. So my goal is basically to reach 300 as the special milestone, and after that it's like, okay, every 10 every 10 sub, like 10, 20, 30, 40 collectively, I will play a new fucking shitty game because there's so many of them and I'm curious. It's either a shitty game or a really, really, really hard game.
Something I have to ask. I gotta ask this. I gotta ask this because it's like because we spoke earlier about the whole casual games thing, and games are so fucking subjective. It's the same thing with like music and whatnot. It's so fucking subjective. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Exactly.
So you mentioned that you've played some. You've gone back to the past to play some shitty games that suck ass. Now I wouldn't accuse you of accuse you of eating what was it the fucking how does it go again? I had this full joke lined up and I can't remember how the fucking intro goes.
Oh shit.
He's gonna take you back to the past.
Oh yes, AVGN.
To play some shitty games that suck ass. He'd rather have Buffalo.
Take
diarrhea dump in his ear.
Yeah.
That was it. Shout outs fucking AVGN.
AVGN.
I was gonna do the whole fucking bit there and I fucking forgot the line.
That's okay. I remember that.
So in terms of like bad games that you've played, what are some bad games that like you started out thinking, man, this game is gonna suck, but you end it and you're like, damn, this was actually like kind of fucking based.
Oh yeah, Rise Out of Rome. Because I heard bad things about that game in 2013. Like that game got into a lot of people's like worst game of 2013 list, and I'm like, you know what? This doesn't look that bad. You know, the graphic is by Crytek, and I played it. It's fucking awesome.
Fun game.
What the fuck you guys are on
That was
about,
a fun game.
right?
That was a little fun game.
That was a really good game. It's like The reason why people hated it, I think it's because they just want to share on Xbox 3, Xbox One.
It was a
Because,
launch title.
It was a launch title,
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it was the launch title. The game is basically a hack and slash.
Oh, that's fucking
hack
sick.
Yeah, it's an action game.
Yeah, a hack and slash. So I'm like, I'm a fan of Streets of Rage. I'm a fan of like Golden Axe. I'm a fan of like hack and slash games that does it well. If you do it like basically well, I'm okay with it. I'll play it. I'll play any hack and slash. I play Streets of Rage. I play all those games. And then when I played it and I finished it, I'm like, this game is fucking awesome. These people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Come on. Really? One of the worst games of 2013? Hell no. It's not
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
it was very
No,
much
definitely not.
the takes are very exaggerated in that regard.
It's exaggerated, like, yeah.
Now that we're on that, Khan, fucking, if you had to pick a game that was like that, like, I'm curious what your thoughts would be.
What a game that I thought would be bad going in.
That you thought, like, you were told by everyone was bad, you went into it going, this is probably gonna suck, and you leave it and you're like, dude, this is kind of fucking based.
It's never happened to me. No one's ever said this game isn't that good, and then I played it and I was like, wow, this is good. It's never actually happened to me. I've gone into games that I didn't know anything about, not with negative expectations, but just like, oh, okay, I'll try this, that I ended up really liking. But I've never gone into anything, thinking, this is gonna suck. This is like, oh, I had a joke lined up, I can't say it. But, we would get, I can't say it, just think, no. But the point I'm trying to make is that, like, yeah, I haven't had that experience. I've never gone into a game thinking, this is gonna suck really badly, blah, 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 and then I play it and like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Never happened to me.
I have had it with a game
To answer your
that
question, Kamen Rider Super Climax Heroes, but it's a piece of shit.
Well, look, I love the game as much as the next guy, but you're not wrong.
Yeah, it's a game.
People,
It's a game.
people who love that game still are even like, man, this is some jank shit.
Oh, it's definitely like it's awful, but in such a endearing way.
It's the best kind of awful.
Because it's
the
fun.
best kind of fucking.
You can tell they didn't even try to balance it, but it's fun.
Oh, fuck no. I've had that with 2 games. One of them I was told by everyone was like kind of fucking mid and shit, and I ended up having a lot of fun. The other one, I was told was mid and shit. I played it and I thought it was mid and shit, but I have such a soft spot for it that it does the Gandhi effect. You know, in Civilization where like Gandhi, like there was like a bug or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Where Gandhi's become a
Gandhi
fucking
like
warrior.
starts out like
Yeah.
insanely peaceful.
Nuke people.
Yeah, but if you like
Declares
make him
nuclear war.
even more peaceful, he like does a loop around and starts dropping fucking bombs.
Yeah, he
and shit.
like declares nuclear war because of an integer underflow or something. Overflow. Yeah.
Some fucking. So the game, the first one was Destiny 2. And I was just told by fucking everybody before I started. It was like last year. I was just looking for a game to kill some time with, and I think I'd played the first Destiny years ago, fucking years ago, and I had a bit of fun with it. I didn't have anyone to play with, so I couldn't really do any like the long term shit. Destiny 2, I bought it on launch. The guy who said he would play with me didn't play with me, so I never really was able to form an opinion on it. And then I was like, oh, well, look, Destiny 2's got a new expansion that's dropping soon. This was before Lightfall dropped. And I was like, oh, well, I got some time to kill. I got some time off work. I got all this. I might give this game a go. And everyone's like, no, man, it's so fucking shit. Da-da-da, this and that, fucking rada-rada. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll give it a go. Can't be that bad. And I played it, and I'm like, man, this is fucking sick. The gunplay in this game is fucking sick. What the fuck is everyone on about?
No, sorry, I did remember something.
Yep.
Sorry.
What was it, friend?
You said good gunplay, and I was like, this is a game. No, you finish your story, because I do remember. No one told me personally the game sucks, but it's just the general consensus about the game in general. But I heard this. You finish your story about Destiny, and then I'll get.
Okay, well, Destiny was more so just like everyone kind of told me it was a bit shit, and I played it, and I'm like, man, there are things about it that I can sit there and go, yeah, this is a bit, yeah, nah, how you going? But like, it's not too bad. It's the same deal with like fucking what's another one? I'll have to get back to you on that one. But the one that I knew was gonna be shit. I played it and I thought it was shit, but I've like developed such a soft spot for it that it's looped around, and it's a bit of a controversial one. Sonic 06.
Ah, okay.
It is so insanely shit and bad at everything it's trying to do right
Yeah.
that I have such a soft spot for it. I
agree.
I can't play it without laughing at how fucking dumb it is and how
Yeah.
seriously it's taking itself at points.
I played that game on my stream and it was so bad that it just becomes like really entertaining.
It's funny.
It's really entertaining how poorly programmed it is.
It's fucking hilarious, dude.
It's peak comedy. Like you don't need to watch like the new comedy special on like Netflix. Just watch like a playthrough of Sonic 06.
Jerry Seinfeld could never achieve the levels of like humor that like Sonic the Hedgehog and friends did.
I agree.
But what was your one? What was your one, Con?
Have you guys ever heard? I feel like you guys have heard of this. I feel like Agent, because he's played like every game under the sun. I feel like he would have played this.
We'll see.
Have you guys ever heard of a game called Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days?
Yes, I played that one. Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, that game is sick.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone
It's
says.
okay,
I
it's
really
alright.
like that game a lot. It's not okay. It's pretty jank.
Yeah.
There's a lot of glitches and it's
I don't
very
know, man.
old.
Angry Joe said it was a bad game, and I
Yeah.
don't know, man. He has an internet show. He must be right.
He was lying when he said it was 4 hours long because I finished it in 2. I finished it in 2, so I don't know why it took him 2 extra hours. He must have been really bad at it, but
He sucked. He was like he sucked. It's because of the shaking.
I
cam.
love that.
Four
I love
hours.
that. That makes so much 4 hours. No, I love the shaky cam and the visual effects. It's so good. It's such a fantastic presentation style. I love that game.
Yeah, I love the presentation of that game.
It has the
I agree.
funniest ending of all time. I've never seen a funnier ending in a video game.
Doesn't it just like fucking end like out
Yes.
like abruptly?
The characters,
He just ends out of
the
nowhere,
characters
like,
get on a
you-
plane and it starts to take off
Yeah.
and it just hard cuts to credits.
And then the fucking Chinese music.
Yeah, it's
play.
just
I'm
some like soft
oh,
like
okay.
C-pop. And it's just like,
Yeah.
okay, the cameraman just got shot and died, and I guess the recording ended, so the game's over. Cool. The sequel was cancelled.
Yeah, cool. Yes.
Also,
I don't know what they were thinking with that game.
the game that I was thinking of, the other game that I was thinking of was Yakuza 3. Yakuza 3 was the other one.
Blockers of
Because
three?
I've heard
Block,
a lot of
block.
people sit there and Blockuser and
Yeah.
it's not that good of a game because like the story's not really that important, rada. Shut the fuck up. You could not be more wrong if you tried. Rikia is my fucking baby boy. You shut your.
Oh my god, Ricky, my boy.
My fucking boy,
my
bro.
God.
I haven't
My
played
fucking
Yakuza 3. I gotta play it.
Yakuza 3 is pretty. Yakuza 3 is basically like it's a filler arc of a story. Like it's important to the main plot, but it feels like a filler arc with how much like shit you're doing through the orphanage.
Yeah.
But like it's wholesome. It's fun. It's a good time. It's what video games are supposed to be. Fun.
Yes.
Like holy
That-
shit, bro.
Yeah. I'm actually a big fan of Yakuza before, Yakuza 0 come. I played the original PS2 Yakuza 1 with the dub and everyone swearing like a motherfucker. with Mark Hamill as Goro Majima. I played that shit and I 100% that shit. I played until I fight Amon. And I beat the shit out of him with a katana that basically stun locked him.
Nice. I still have that game.
And
It's
then
in my
for
bedroom.
the second Yakuza, for some reason, I played the Japanese version. So I brute forced my way through the fucking game. I didn't understand anything, I just brute forced my way, and then
Nerd.
I didn't manage to get to Amon because apparently you're supposed to do everything. You're supposed to do the side quests, which involve Kiryu being a host, and then you making a hostess bar. They cut it down in the remix. Sadly,
that's a
you
shame.
don't become a host in the
Kiwami,
the
yeah.
too. But you also have to date the girls. I couldn't date the girls. I don't it's like too much.
Yeah, the
for me.
language barrier.
So,
Yeah, I can't brute force it.
yeah, the language barrier, and I have to see the kanji back then. I'm like, okay, there's 3 choices. Oh shit, which one do I pick? It's an impossible game.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah.
Just the fact that I managed to do the side quests, besides the girl hostess minigame, I don't know how I did it, but I did
Too
it.
good.
And then Yakuza 3 was like, oh shit, I want to play this. And then I played that one when I got my PS3 on 2011, basically. And, I just played the Yakuza games. Yes.
Man's got
And-
taste. Man's got
They're good
fucking
Yes.
games. They're good
And
games.
you know Yakuza 5? Yakuza 5 was originally only in Japan in 2012. And I've been waiting 3 years for that shit. So 3 years for that game to come out for the PlayStation as a download.
Yeah, it was
in
downloadable
English.
only. Yeah.
Yeah, downloadable only. I fucking played that game. Oh my god. It felt so good. And then the golden age of Yakuza 0, and then elevating the series to the next level happened.
Yes.
And the rest is history.
We're cooking now.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
God fucking damn. What? This was a good segment.
Pretty. Yeah.
Hell yeah, this is a good segment. I bring quality.
We should get Agent on the Barnyard.
Just kick me off and just have Agent on.
Bro, I kick me off and have Agent on. Khan and I don't even need to show up anymore. Fuck, Agent, this is your show now. Fuck, we're gonna leave.
We're giving the reins to you, Agent. Have fun.
Peace off. Have fun. Have a good time.
I can't do that.
Let's keep this shit rolling. My friend Khan, do you have a question for the man?
I do have a question. So there are 3 left. I'm gonna pick one out of order because spice things up a bit, I suppose. So I've heard this thing about you, Agent, from multiple people, and I want to know if it's true. I always hear that like, when you win a tournament, or you get prize money, or you win like a fight stick, or when you win something from a tournament, I've heard that you just immediately sell it and just get that, like you sell it just to have money to pay for the next tournament. Is that true?
When did this rumor come?
Bro, it's been going on for a while now.
No. That's.
Is that a lie?
Is that a lie?
No, it's a lie. I never.
What?
I never like. I win prizes.
That's the funniest thing I've ever fucking heard.
The thing was, right, like, that was my initial plan. I was like, okay, I win this shit, maybe I can sell them. But I'm like, I love these things are so good. And then, it's not until last year, where I was like, yeah, you know what, I have these things for like so many years, might as well sell some of them. So I've been selling it on a Facebook Marketplace, thankfully successfully. There are a couple of fucking scammers that try to fucking fuck with me, and I basically fuck with them and then tell them to fuck off.
So it's just people who like misuse people's money and stuff like that.
Yes.
So speaking of that, we should get Raccoon Ismi on the show.
Fuck you! No. Fuck that piece of shit. No. Hell no. That piece of shit still owes me fucking pizza money from Bam.
Shout out Rackbert.
You know what's fucking wild is like, you are easily one of the nicest fucking people I've ever. You and Millie are like 2 of the nicest people in the fucking FGC. But then the moment you bring up fucking Raccoon is me, this motherfucker just like
the switch gets flipped.
The switch gets he just goes into fucking gremlin mode and starts shitting on the walls, bro. He's not having it.
Gremlin mode.
The wound of being backstabbed by people you thought are cool people, they don't heal easy, okay?
Believe me when I tell you, if this was a month ago, I would be making another joke right now, but I am a reformed man.
I understand, Barry, I understand.
Those who know will know, but I am a reformed man.
If you're in the loop, you're in the loop.
I'm in the if you know, you know.
But that's such a funny rumor though. Like, oh yeah, Agent just sells everything immediately.
Not immediately. I keep them.
Yeah, it's just funny.
Is there anything that like the things that you have sold? Like, what's the most expensive thing like you have sold?
Oh, easy. I won this fight stick, like really cool fight stick, from PAX for a fucking lottery. You know, they pull it
wow.
up, you know. I did not have a confidence in hell that I'm gonna win that stick, and it's one of the Brown Man's event thingy for Tekken 7 back then. So he basically have normal regular people fight against the Kanga Tekken players, and basically whoever's fighting got a draw basically. Like, their name will be put into this like bag. Along with everyone else, and then at the very end, they pull it out to see, oh, which name is gonna be answered, and then like it was my name. I was like, are you fucking shitting me right now? What the?
Okay, is this a prank? Yeah.
There's like 20 people in that bag, and they picked me for some reason, and I won it. And the best part is there was a cosplayer that cosplays Jesus. So.
Oh, is that fucking FGC Jesus?
Yeah, FGC Jesus. So they put.
Yeah, he's from he's a guy from Canberra.
Yeah, so they.
The Tekken player.
He's a fucking Canberra. I remember it last year's BAM.
It was at BAM.
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah, I was running Street Fighter 6 sets with him.
Yeah.
I was winning as well.
I heard he cut his hair.
Oh.
No!
That's what I heard.
God damn it.
More like fucking FGC Judas.
Oh, no.
Oh, true?
The traitor. Oh,
bro.
The ultimate
fucking
betrayal.
sells his soul for a bag of silver.
God damn.
What a little bitch.
I know, the ultimate betrayal.
Become from Jesus to Judas.
Me being the me being the connoisseur of hair, I feel I'm entitled to judge.
Yes, as we all know. Yeah.
Me and my luscious locks.
Like Samson.
Bro, I can't help it, man. It was just the way I was built.
Yeah.
It's fucking... I just think it's a really fucking funny rumor.
Yeah,
Like...
it is. It
That's...
is.
That's such... Because, like, your luck at winning shit
I know.
at conventions and stuff is... It's scarily good.
I know.
You just, like, you can't... Like, you're the kind of guy, you'll just go to a convention, you'll be like, hey, look at all this cool shit I got. How much did you pay?
Nothing.
Lol.
Fuck no. I don't pay anything. I just go in there and then see, oh, which one of them is a giveaway. Oh, okay, I'll enter it and then somehow win. Because there's so many of them. You know, you have to get as much as you can and then bring it home. If you here's the thing, if you go to a convention, you know, you already paid for the ticket. Why the hell would you go to the convention to pay more? No, you get your money back. That's the tech of the conventions.
I think the funniest fucking thing in regards to like shit at conventions, well, it wasn't really a convention. It was the Sydney Royal Easter Show. And they had in the Woolies tent, they had a fucking anime and like they had like an anime and video game sort of store where they were selling statues and figures and shit. And my dad just says the most fucking unhinged shit. We're just out of nowhere. It's like, these figures look like they're pretty interesting in the details, but I can't help but wonder why the breasts are always so big.
He's got a point. He's got a point. He's got a point.
He's got, and I thought to myself, like, bro, blood ain't capping. He's kind of real on this one.
Oh, dude, those figurines, man, like, ugh, they're funny, but like,
why would you surely would not display them in your house?
some people would.
But what you're gonna fucking like, you're gonna get yourself a fucking like a Tinder account, meet a really nice young lady, and then bring her home and there's fucking Tifa with a fucking peach poking out at you as you walk in the door. Don't exactly think that's gonna go down too well.
Tifa, of course.
I don't know. Maybe that's just me being a bit judgmental, but like, don't ever fucking do that.
It's
mate.
that or the Olme Barry Funko Pop,
Oh.
which is a throwback.
Fucking-
That is a real thing.
The Barry Funko. We need to do that at some point. You can do that through that website.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
that'll
a
be the
throwback.
giveaway. That'll be the giveaway. That'll be the raffle next year. Well, not next season. Whereas last season was the fucking Trunky box.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
That was.
I don't know anything about this.
Oh, you don't know about the Trunky
What
box?
the heck is this?
Okay,
Oh,
so
he doesn't know chat.
So we'll give you a quick rundown before we go to the next question. After OHN last year, it was myself, Rowdy Howdy, and Khan. We were on the flight back to Melbourne because I was going to stay in Geelong for a week.
Yep.
Now, we dropped Khan off before Howdy and I left. We dropped him back at his place. And Mama Khan, lovely, one of the loveliest women you'll ever meet on the planet, Khan's mum, fucking gets us, we walk in to drop Khan off, and she's got us a box of Trunkies.
Yep.
It's a chocolate bar, just so you know. It's a Kinder
Chocolate bar, Kinder
It's a hazelnut
Trunkie.
chocolate bar.
It was our thing. It was kind of our thing. And I thought it'd be a really fucking funny idea to sign one of the boxes.
Yep.
Me and Khan to sign one of the boxes and put it on eBay. As a joke.
It was empty, so you don't even get any food. It's a
We
creased
wrote
damaged
down on the
cardboard
listing
box.
that it was empty. We wrote down on the fucking
my
listing that it was empty.
Okay.
And straight up, we were like, we should see how much this fucking goes for. And I was like, well, how about we make it an incentive that whoever wins the box
Whoever wins the bid will be on the Barnyard, yeah.
will be on the Barnyard as the season 2 finale guest, which is the next episode we're doing after this one.
Okay.
So, you know how much the box ended up selling for?
Let me guess. $200?
Oh,
I
God,
wish.
no, we're not
I
that
wish.
fucking successful. Christ. I thank you for thinking that highly of us. But, no, it sold for $66.
Hey, not bad. Not bad.
It was like
You got
50,
money.
60, yeah.
And the thing is, the guest who's going to be on the show, you know him quite well from your Dragon Ball.
Ooh. Nolby?
Esto.
Oh, Esto.
Esto. Not Novi. No, Esto.
Esto.
We had to double check with him to make sure it wasn't a misclick when he bought it, and he's like, no, I spent
I
that.
spent.
I think we were just like, why?
Oh, fun fact, Esto was one of the only people before I was selling my shit on eBay, on FX Marketplace, where he actually see my merchandise and he was like, oh, can I have this one? And I'm like, yeah, sure thing, go ahead. Get it, man.
Take it, yeah. But what's funny is the bid went from like $7, $10, $11, $12, $56. And it was just like, that's such a big, like, increase.
It just jumped. It was like a $50 jump.
Yeah,
out
you
of
didn't need to
nowhere.
bid that much.
It was insane. Because I know, like, the people in the running was Dalim Dady. Was it FX? Was it FX?
It was
FK. It was FK. It was FK, Dalim Dady, and
I think
Chef.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, fucking Esto drops in with the $60+, and all three of them were like, "Yeah, this is funny, but it's not $65 worth of funny." So, for those of you listening at home, next episode, get excited for the Esto episode.
Hey, I'm excited for that shit. I want to hear what he says.
The theme of the episode is going to be stupid fucking purchases.
Yeah.
Question number 1: why the fuck did you spend $65 on a fucking trunk
That is
box?
the only question.
You unhinged madman.
Question 2: why did you spend that much on an empty, creased, shrunky box?
It's fucking insane.
It was great.
Oh shit. Well, moving along. Moving along. Here's a question I have for you, and it's a personal question.
Oh yes.
How the fuck did you get so good at the different games you play?
I just play everything.
Because like you are not a slouch in the games you play. Dragon Ball, you're top of I'd argue straight up you're top OCE. You're in the top 3.
Yeah, I guess one of the tops.
Top 3, like top 3 free. Like you're in the top 3 for that shit. I've seen you play Tekken. I think you won Tekken at you came second at
third place. I got third place at DreamHack.
Third place.
I did not.
You got third place at DreamHack.
I didn't expect to like get third. I was like, okay, I'll just have fun because my goal there is to just watch Trash Taste and Whole Life, and I was like, okay, let's.
Yeah, and then you just casually get third place at DreamHack.
Yeah, exactly. And
Street Fighter. I don't know your results for
fourth
Street
place.
Fighter, but I know you do all right.
I got fourth place.
Fourth?
Nice.
Yeah.
See what I fucking mean? DNF 2?
And I didn't expect
DNF?
that because I was fighting Sam White, the winner of the last major last year. I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna die. I basically tell him, just kill me quick so I can go win merch, and then I somehow just win. I'm like, oh what the fuck?
I would have been so fucking angry if I was him. I'd be like, how dare you?
I can feel his anger. I'm so sorry, Sam. I'm so sorry.
I'd be so pissed off if I was
Oh my
you.
god! And then after that, I was fighting Roth. Yeah. Well, I'm just trading with him. I don't give a shit like what the result is with Roth. I'm just gonna have fun.
But speaking of Roth, you fucking if I recall correctly, the DreamHack that DNF was there.
Yeah.
You won.
I won against him somehow. I won like.
Yeah, you won the whole. You first placed that shit.
First place. What the fuck, right? Oh my god.
That's what I mean. Like, how the fuck do you do it, my guy? Like, what goes into a training regime for you? Like, what? Give us the scoop.
Okay, so I guess it helps that I played a lot of fighting games before I make it. I make it serious with Dragon Ball FighterZ. I play Street Fighter, I play Tekken, I play Blaze Blue, I play Guilty Gear, just casually though. So I don't know the combos. I just play them like as a fucking casual experience. Soul Calibur as well. Back when the PlayStation 3 era when the connection was so bad. Oh, that was the dark times, man. The lag was horrible. Oh my god, I don't want to return back to that place.
Shout out delay based.
Oh god.
Take me away,
Take me
bro.
away. And then
Take me away.
Dragon Ball basically was when I'm like, hey, you know what? I like this. After BAM basically. After BAM, I basically go to local, the local here in Melbourne at the Ranbats, and I basically learn from every person that I played against, including one of my inspiration to like. One of my very first opponent that actually beat me in BAM, Sketch. Do you know Sketch?
Yeah.
So he beat me at BAM, and I basically play him during the Ranbats shit, and he beat me all the time until I somehow won against him. And then in the next Ranbat, I was like, we're still in the same bracket, right? We're like, oh, loser's final. All right, let's see how this goes. And I basically. That day, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And I played his own team against him. And I 3-0 him for some reason. And then he, you know, and then he was like, good shit, man, good shit. And then when he gets back, I hear, and then when I was playing with Beck for the grand final that day, I can hear him behind me. He said, "This is fucking disgusting." He was so pissed off. Thank you very much, Ken. And then after that, he just smooth sailing from there. Just climb my way up. And then train with everybody. Nolby, train with Hamzoid, train with Snail, train with wait, have I mentioned Zed? Yeah, Zed's like Zed's my eternal like rival in Dragon Ball, and I thank him so much for that because I improved so much from playing with him. If it weren't for him, if it weren't for Nolby, if it weren't for like the guys that I played, I would not be a champion in 2022 and beat the shit out of that fucking piece of shit. That should not be named.
Damn.
Yes. And now we'll see if the same thing will happen in Tekken or Street Fighter or who knows 2XKO.
Well, I think
We'll see.
what really helps you is the fact that you're so fucking approachable and like vice versa. That like you really can get the information and tech that you need from people, and you can get those sets to practice because like people fucking like you, dude. Like it's not hard to like go, hey, can we like run the set for a bit?
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, I'd get to hang out with a sick motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like you definitely say that helps.
That
you
really helps,
definitely got to say like being approachable and not being a fuckwit.
Yeah,
like,
don't be a fuckwit. Yeah.
Really.
Exactly.
I mean, it's it's pretty hard. I'm trying my best not to, but like, I get what you mean though. Like, it's straight up like it's all about being approachable, and I feel it really does show in your versatility. Like, it's and the thing is like I've never seen you like, because you know when you get a lot of people that start playing, I see it in our scene a little bit. Where people start getting really high placements and doing really fucking well, they kind of change a little bit.
Oh, you mean they become
forget
fucking assholes all of a sudden?
Yeah, they forget.
Oh my God,
they
hate
forget
those
they're
people.
simply good at pushing buttons in a sequence.
Yeah, I hate people like that. I was like, hey, you know, we're just playing game. Like, just be chill. Why do you have to be, you know, all of a sudden like, oh, I'm entitled to this because I'm champion? Like, what the fuck, man? Come on.
Exactly. But then, like, in saying that, in going and saying that, even like. You, like, even with me, you've been nothing but fucking lovely to me, like,
Exactly.
even before this, years prior than that, years before, fucking, I don't know if it was prior to COVID, but, like, I don't know if we'd met prior to that, but I know, like,
we didn't meet
every time we'd, it was after, I think it was after COVID
No,
we
it
really
was-
started having chats and shit.
I think it was during that time where you visit us, and then we were playing that Soul Calibur 6 tournament.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes,
that
it was
the,
it fucking.
That was the first
yeah,
time I
you
met
beat
you.
me. You beat me in my tournament. You fuck.
So
They put that tournament on for me.
I'm so sorry.
And you fucking, you're like, oh, no, I don't really play this game that much. You pick fucking Maxi.
I picked
You're a fucking,
Maxi.
I take back everything I said. You're a piece of shit.
I'm so sorry. I still remember that. Oh my god.
He won my Tekken Ball bracket. I just can't win with this guy.
I didn't expect to win the Tekken Ball bracket either, and then make it to the Bahnyard. Okay, I didn't expect.
Oh yeah, I remember that was the punishment for winning the Tekken Ball bracket. You would be a guest on the Bahnyard.
I just play a lot and use nunchuck because he's the only one that has a nunchuck that acts like a fucking, you know, an actual tennis racket. Logically, you have to use that to beat a ball or something. So I was like, okay,
It's
I'll
the
just
same
use
shit,
it.
right?
Yeah.
It's the same shit.
Everyone-
but like,
yeah.
no, but in saying that though, like you've never let it go to your head. You've always been nothing but every time you see me at things, we'll just you come up, we'll have a good chat, we'll hang out,
Exactly. Yeah.
and it never feels like I'm hanging out with like the fucking top player of so and so.
Yeah.
I'm just hanging out with a cool dude.
Exactly.
Like
yes.
that, I think that like, that's always been something I've enjoyed about your company. You just like you don't let it get to your head.
I don't want that. I never would want that to get in my head because I fucking hate people like that. Because I have met people and I have worked with people that are like that, and I'm like, just be a human dude. Just be a human being, dude. Don't be like, oh, all of a sudden you just change. You know, all of a sudden like we talk nicely, and then all of a sudden you just don't want to talk to me. Fuck you. You know, why?
Oh, 100%.
Why do you do that?
100
It's
fucking
just so
percent, brother.
stupid. You know, it's just dumb. Just be a human being.
No,
you know.
I fuck with that. I fuck with that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, well, I think we got time for one more question.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright.
And this is one that I know Khan is going to want to ask.
Alrighty. So,
He's been cooking this one for a while.
the question I have for you is, this is a good, and this goes for maybe people in chat as well, if they want to gush about something they like. So we know, Adrian, you're a pretty big fan of all things obscure when it comes to games. You know, plenty of games that the average person wouldn't know about.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know, like, really obscure ones like Street Fighter 6 and Tekken 8. So what's your favorite obscure so, like, what's, like, your favorite, maybe not your favorite, might be too hard, but, like, what's a game you really like that's, like, pretty obscure that you don't think many people would know about?
Absolutely Killer 7. One of them.
Yes! Come on! Yes!
That's what I want people to know. I'm a big fan of Suda 51 before he make it big with No More Heroes, okay? Killer 7 on the PlayStation 2, fucking phenomenal game.
Get this man on the Bahnyard. Get him on the Bahnyard.
We gotta get Agent on the Bahnyard.
Come
Get him
on,
on the
Killer
Bahnyard.
7, come on. I want the sequel. When's the sequel coming? We only see like cameos from No More Heroes. Like,
It's
fuck
never
you.
happening. It's never happening.
No, it has to happen.
It's never happening. It
We
makes
need to
me
get
sad.
we need to get a collab we need to get like a fucking collab stream of like Agent and Khan just like playing Killer 7.
Oh.
Agent's already
hell.
played it on his stream, and I was in his chat just like harassing him.
And also that was back when I was just starting too. Without
Yeah, I was
my
like, this is
avatar.
awesome. Yeah.
But what you gotta remember is he may have played it once, but there's always time for fun. It's Friday night.
He set the line.
Let's dance.
Bro, I love that game.
You do it,
so
but you'd
much.
have to do it on a Friday. If you did it any other day,
Yeah.
you would be cringe.
The game uninstalls.
The game literally, like, if you try to play it, like, you know that scene from Indiana Jones where they open up the fucking, the chest and they all melt?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's what would happen if you play Killer 7 on days Saturday through to Thursday.
If anyone hasn't played that game, I highly recommend. It's weird. It's not for everyone, but it's pretty cheap on Steam. A potato can run it. It looks great. It sounds great. It's very bizarre, and it's unlike anything else you've ever played. Some people love it, some people hate it. Agent and I love it. It's a very good game.
We love it.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite game ever. I've never played anything as good as it.
Yeah. Even even Karage like acknowledged that it is a beautiful
I've personally never played it myself, so I might have to.
No.
I might have
It's
to
not
give
for
it a bit of a
everyone.
crack.
It's weird. It's really,
I mean, I like
really
my fair
weird.
share of weird, brother. I like my fair share of bizarre.
The best way
video
that I can
games.
describe it, it's like a pseudo on rails. You know, like a point and click. It's not a point and click game, but you know those like mystery games, like what's it called? The pirate one, Monkey Island.
Curse of Monkey Island.
Yeah, it's like that where you go around the level and you talk to NPCs. You know, you find items and there's some light puzzle solving. And you do a lot of combat stuff. It's very weird though, but it's not. I like.
I've been fucking with it's not really obscure. It's not really obscure, and I know a shit ton of people know about it. But I've been fucking with the original Fallout as of late.
Ah, yes.
Like the OG, not like Fallout 3. We mean like the
Yes,
fucking
the OG.
the fucking DOS shit right there.
Yeah.
The one with the awkward faces. Yes.
Bro, it's been fucking wild, dude. I would even argue that, like, at this point, considering how popular the Bethesda ones are, you could call the original ones, like, kind of obscure, like, out-of-nowhere titles.
And then people forget, before that, there's the Wasteland.
Oh, man,
I think.
fucking... That series really just got me fucking in the mood to, like, play the old ones again, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. The
Great
good
fucking
times.
series.
The good times, yes.
Really fucking good time. Man, like, I like... In terms of, like, obscure games that, like... kind of just out there, like, I guess if I had to pick one, and it's not really like, it's not really an old game, it's one that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about, if at all.
Yep.
Have a Nice Death.
That name sounds familiar.
Oh shit! I think I know that.
it came out like, last year or some shit. It was like a year or
I've
two
definitely
ago.
heard the name.
They
I
they
played
dropped
that.
the trailer at the Video
I
Game
played that
Awards.
recently. The one where you play as Death and it's a roguelike, right?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
roguelike
that
that,
one,
like,
that one.
kind of... It plays like a more action combat heavy version of, like, Hollow Knight. Because
Yes.
the Hollow Knight's my baby. And...
Coincidentally, Barry, there's another game that's also have you play as a skeleton called Skull. The Hero Slayer.
Dude, I literally have that sitting in my Steam.
I just finished that game because apparently
my mate told me to get it because
Yeah.
he said you will fucking love this game,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I bought it, and I just have not booted it up.
Oh,
yet.
you should play. Here's the funny thing about that game. I played that game the first time because I got an Xbox Game Pass for free for 2 years, and the game was about to leave Xbox Game Pass. So I'm like, okay, let's just play this. Let's see how this goes. I didn't manage to finish it, but I played 20 hours for it, and it's the only game where after that whole thing was done, I was like, okay, I'll buy this on Steam right away, and I'll play the hell out of it.
Damn.
It's that fucking good. The game is so well balanced. The game is so well progressed. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Actually, no, there is a game like that I can say that was really obscure, and I know for a fact that none of you have played.
Ooh, what is it?
Because I'm the only person that, like, every time I bring this game up, everybody's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
Have you heard of a game called Fist?
Yeah, I've played that.
Yes. Oh, you mean the
Really?
The
No, I'm
rabbit
lying. I'm
Metroidvania?
lying.
Fuck you, Khan.
The rabbit Metroidvania
Agent,
game?
you're cool. Yeah, the
Yeah,
rabbit
yeah.
where it's like
I-
it's a Metroidvania with like borderline Devil May Cry combat.
Yeah. I played that because of the Steam Demo Festival.
Oh, dude, it was so fucking good.
It's really good. Yes,
It's so good.
The amazing thing is, it runs on old school Unreal Engine, so you look at the graphic, it looks jank, but it's so good.
It looks jank as fuck, but it's like
It's
it's
so
so
good.
charming.
Yeah,
it's so fucking charming,
Yes.
dude.
It's made by a Chinese developer, I think, right? And the
Yeah.
funniest thing is, in
It
the
was-
game, they have like posters where they just rip off a lot of other games. I remember Hollow
shit,
Knight in one of the posters.
I remember that. No, I distinctly remember because like yeah, you can you collect posters from like other games and shit, and I saw the Hollow Knight reference, and I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
where is Silk Song?
Please don't remind.
Actually, wait, Agent, have you played Hollow Knight?
I finished it twice.
Perfect. Alright, I got a question for you at the end then.
Okay, yes,
Oh
yes, yes.
god.
Oh god.
Man, fucking, I still recall, I think, like, the most grueling thing I've ever done for to myself in a video game was, I set myself a goal of beating the 5th Pantheon in that shit.
Oh god.
Because I eventually did it. It took me, like, a month of, like, on and off playing.
Yeah.
And I beat I got to the last one, I think it was Absolute Radiance.
Yeah. Absolute radiance.
And I slipped off a ledge in the final phase.
No, it's all that effort.
And you know what? And you know, like, when people get, like, gamer rage mad?
Oh yeah.
I just put my pad down really slowly, and I just started fucking weeping. Like, it wasn't even like, oh, I'm so angry. It was just like, it was really soft and somber.
Yep.
Because I was like, I was that fucking close.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I can do it now. Like, I know I can do it.
Yep.
But it was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Are you fucking kidding
Oh
me, man?
my
This is...
god.
Bro, that was the fucking... Actually, Khan, what would you say is a game that like that in terms of... And you can't say Killer 7.
Well, that's like really obscure.
Yeah, you
I'm
can't say
saying
Killer
Killer 7, baby. No, I got a game. Alright. I know Agents probably played this. It's a game called Flower, Sun, and Rain.
Yes, yeah, the game
Sorry.
before Suda 51 made
Yes.
it with Killer 7, basically.
Yes. So there's a game on PS1, a Suda 51 game called The Silver Case. It's this like sort of it's just like this futuristic it's a visual novel before they were really popular. It came out on the PS1. It's quite ahead of its time. It's on Steam now and PS4. It's all HD and beautifully translated to English. The reason I mention that, this Flower, Sun, and Rain is a Japanese exclusive PS2 game, but for whatever reason they ported it to the DS of all platforms in the early 2000s.
Yep.
It's one of my favorite games, but it's also the most boring game I've ever played because
it's
95% of
really
it, yeah, 95% of it is walk. It's a walking like
Yeah, it's a walking simulator
Yes.
before walking simulator.
literally.
Yeah.
Oh, Death Stranding's a walk. No, this game is like there's even a step counter.
What the fuck?
And the funniest thing is, you play the game and then all you do is just go talk to NPCs and you pose and shit, and then
Pretty
you're
much.
given questions that you have to answer.
Basically, the plot is, it's really funny. It's like the main character is this guy named Sumio Mondo, and his job is, I think they call him a finder, meaning like if you've lost something really important, you contact him, he comes, he finds it for you. That's like his job. So he gets called to this beautiful, really tropical hotel island resort called the Flower, Sun, and Rain Hotel. And the owner of the place, called Edo McAllister, a very weird name, he goes to Sumio in secret. He's like, look, there's a bomb somewhere on this island. We think it's in the airport. Can you find it for us? And Sumio's like, okay, that's a bit dangerous, but yeah, sure, why not? But Sumio is kind of he's sort of a nice guy. He's a bit timid, but people just keep coming to him with questions, and he doesn't have the heart to turn them down, even though there's a bomb. So he's like, I'm just, alright, fine, I guess I can help these people out. But every time he finishes a quest, you see this airplane in the distance, and it explodes. And then he passes out and he wakes up, so he's in this sort of like Groundhog Day situation where he can get out of it anytime he chooses to. He just doesn't because he doesn't want to say no to people.
Yeah.
So
He keeps on wanting to help
it's really
people.
weird. Yeah, it's super weird and quirky.
I miss that era of like, I miss that like early, like that early PS2, late PS1 era of video games where like, it was just the Wild West and like shit was so, but like you were getting games like Incredible Crisis and like fucking No One Can Stop Mr. Domino and shit.
Oh, that was good.
Like, I remember I did a stream of, back when I used to stream on Twitch, where I did back-to-back of those games. I did No One Can Stop I did, Incredible Crisis first, and then I did No One Can Stop Mr. Domino afterwards. And the whole fucking time, I'm just like, these games are so fucking unhinged. You would never get them in this day and age. Unless they were like random indie titles from fucking whoop whoop over in, you know, wherever the fuck.
Yugoslavia.
Fucking Yugoslavian basement by 3 people with 6 webbed toes. Like, no one would fucking do it. And it's like, but this was back in the day where they were getting published and put out on main consoles and getting like demo disc features and shit. You just don't get that nowadays, and it's so fucking depressing, man. Like,
I miss those older games.
Man, kids will. I mentioned earlier with my son, and I'm like, he will never experience that shit. Like, it's so sad.
That died out around the 360 PS3 era, because I remember being a little kid and seeing like, oh, what's this Asura's Wrath game? What's this Lollipop Chainsaw? Killer is Dead? The most weird games.
It's the moment that like COD and like other like even like shit like Assassin's Creed became like really financially like sustainable.
It's like an
there was
annual
no
thing,
point of making like other risky titles when these titles were guaranteed to sell.
Yeah. Which is sad, you know? But thankfully, you know, recently, this year, Ubisoft did Prince of Persia The Lost Crown, and that was fucking amazing. I played the shell that.
Sega's doing it again. They're making new Golden Axe, Monkey Ball, Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, Crazy Taxi, like the Shinobi.
Yeah, that
Bro,
one. I'm
catch
waiting
me-
for the Streets of Rage one. Oh,
Catch me
God.
with the fucking new Crazy Taxi, man.
Bro, that's gonna be so... better
like,
have the
I know
Offspring.
they won't,
Better have
but
the
if you can
Offspring.
bring me back All I Want by fucking an Offspring and just have that
Yes.
fucking...
Come on.
If I turn that game on and the first thing I hear is fucking yeah, do. Like, if I hear that, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fucking lose my mind.
No, you can't do it. Just do what I do when I stream. Turn up the music, play the fucking music. Bam. Done.
I can't believe
Done.
Agent
You don't
has
have to have-
single-handedly solved every video game OST problem.
I do it all the time on my stream.
Baba Tunde will eat food tonight. This is
Oh,
fucking great.
yes, our adopted son
Our
from
adopted
Nigeria.
Nigerian son will eat food tonight because of Agent.
He's like Agent in the sense that he doesn't understand English, but he just kind of brute forces his way through.
Yeah, exactly.
But he also loves Crazy Taxi.
Kind of
That's
based.
a good game.
Kind of.
That's a good game.
Kind of based.
Crazy Taxi's really fun.
Well, before we wrap things up, Mr. John Khan, CEO of Arnage.
Yes. Hello, John Barry, CEO
You had a
of,
question.
Bahnyard.
You had a question for
I did.
Agent before we wrap things up.
So
Oh,
I know
yes,
it's
yes, yes.
really. I'm really glad that you have played Hollow Knight, and you said you finished it twice. So I assume you're a fan of the game.
Hell yeah.
All right, nice.
My friend also, besides Barry, my friend Wade for let me just remember his name. Wade 468. I know him from Germany. I know him from Imam Burak Cross's stream. Cool guy. As you know, we're good buddies, and we're still waiting for Silk.
That's what I was gonna ask. Do you think it'll come out this year?
Ah, please just give me anything. No, you know what? I think it will.
Well,
Or
no,
maybe not,
theoretically
maybe next year.
speaking, like I would
should be
love
this
for
year.
this
God.
to like age like milk, but like
Oh yeah.
it recently got fucking like, and this isn't timestamping because by the time this episode drops, it will have been around that time. It won't be out in the next short bracket of time. But it recently got classified. It recently got a classification. It got in a few places. And that generally only happens when the game's like on the way, on the way to coming out. After BAM, there's gonna be fucking Summer Games Fest, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. Summer Game Fest, fucking release that. Please,
If they're gonna drop it, it'll be there. Let's hope that comment ages like wine.
You know what I will say
Yes,
though, is that, and this goes to you, Agent, and anyone in chat, if you're in Barry's server, every time there's like a Nintendo Direct or whatever on, we watch it and I stream it, we make a bingo card of like things we expect, and there's always a Silk song, and it never gets ticked off.
I get progressively angrier every fucking stream.
If you want to see it on my VODs channel on YouTube, Carnage VODs, give him a sub, twitch.tv/Carnage5, check him out. Because I recorded the last Direct reaction, and Barry, you just kept getting like progressively angrier as you realized there is no Silk song. And then it ended, and they're just like, you know how Nintendo Directs, they go like, oh, before we finish, there's one more thing. They did that, and Barry's like, it's Silk song, and it was like Steam World Heist 2 or something. It was just,
I was so fucking pissed off.
I was molding.
And it was a fucking
You were
ocean game.
molding,
That was
bro.
so
And then
bullshit.
everyone's like,
oh
but no, it's actually a really cool looking game about ocean. Bitch, if I wanted to fucking play a game about the ocean, I'd go to the beach and look at the water. I don't need a fucking game to do that. I know how to touch grass, unlike you fucking neophytes. Go fuck yourselves.
We already got Abzu, we already got like Subnautica. We don't
You
need
got Dave
another
the
ocean
Diver,
game.
my
Come
guy.
on.
You don't need
Dave the
any
Diver,
other games.
yeah. Exactly.
Water is redundant now. It's all about Silk now, and I need a song to go with that.
What's funny though is I'm pretty sure on the amount of time it took Robert J. Oppenheimer to get involved with the Los Alamos Project and Project Trinity and develop the atomic bomb, like the amount of days that took for him to do it all is like shorter than the amount of days it's been since they released the original Hollow Knight.
I know, yeah, pretty much.
They would have literally nuked Japan by now.
Pretty much.
Taking this time. But you know what? Duke Nukem Forever came out and we saw how well that turned out, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of worried.
Oh yeah. But here's the thing, Duke Nukem Forever fucked up because they didn't use the really cool version of that game in 2001. They have to remake it into this fucking
Gearbox
jackass, like
2011.
Yeah. I remember working at EB Games when that shit dropped. It was the amount of returns that we had for that. Oh my god.
Bloody hell.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
boy.
Not fucking good. But you know what was good?
Boy, I can imagine.
This episode. I had a fucking banger of a time. Thank you very much, Agent, for joining us on
Thank you,
the
Agent.
Barnyard.
No worries. This is surprisingly really fun. Hell yeah.
Surprisingly. What did you think? What did you think was gonna happen?
I was thinking, maybe it won't go this well. I was like, oh, maybe I'm gonna stutter. Maybe I'm gonna like fucking stumble upon words and say the really bad words that will get me cancelled or something. No.
You can't cancel.
I don't think it's possible to cancel you.
Boy.
I don't think it's possible to do that. If I haven't been cancelled yet, you're fine. There's a first for everything though. Maybe if you go on Twitter and maybe type up the N-word here and there, maybe you'll get yourself your chance, but I wouldn't recommend doing it. You know?
If you go on Twitter and give your opinion on something, then you'll get cancelled.
Just go onto Twitter and just write down Guilty Gear Strive is a game that I am not too personally fond of, and just become a dumb. Bridget is a character that I don't think is very good.
You will be killed by a bunch of really weird 13-year-olds.
But yeah, thank you very much, my guy. Thank you. It was fucking fun. Good times we had.
Yeah, thanks, Agent. Thanks for being on, man.
And I also got to say thank you once again to.
Oh, I just remembered.
lovely-
428 should be a scramble. That's another obscure game. Go play that. It's good. It's a good game. That's one of my favorite games
Oh, I
ever.
played that game. I finished that game. Oh, that was so good. Yeah. One of my favorite visual novels of all time. And the funniest thing is, Nasu from Fate Stay Night and shit actually did a scenario of that. And I'm waiting for Kana, one of the characters in that game, to be available for Fate Grand Order. Still hasn't happened yet, but I'm still waiting. It's gonna happen.
That's the moral of the story. It's really long, and it's a bit confusing at times, but
It's fucking fantastic. The people in that game were having the time of their life making it, and oh god, it's so good.
But yeah, we gotta wrap up. Sorry, I just remembered. Yeah.
No, not a problem. Not a problem. Well, as we like to say here on the Bahnyard, we have in fact been the Bahnyard, and you have been beautiful. Now, would you kindly do me the service of, I'll say this out of earshot from the ever-lovely agent, do me the courtesy, the solid, nay, the fucking pleasure of getting the fuck out of my house.
Okay.
It's the first time anyone's interacted with me.
Yeah.
Alright, peace out. See you next time.
Okay.
You lovely bunch
No
of fuckwits. Get the fuck out of my house.
You've been listening to the Bahnyard. We'll see you next time for another installment of the hottest mess this side of the ANZ FGC. Until next time, stay gnarly.